In this video we're going to talk about trailing slash duplication, which is another video in our series that covers all of the canonical duplication issues that you could expect to see on a website. This is a very simple type of problem that we see quite frequently on sites. A lot of CMSs or technologies that you use to build websites with will remove the file type from the URL. So if you're using a .html file type for your pages, it will just simply remove everything after the last letter of the page name. So the dot and then the HTML, or the dot and the PHP. And this is fine, this is just makes URLs a bit shorter, removes unnecessary information from them. And what it leaves you with essentially is the page being accessible in most instances, whether you include a trailing slash at the end of the URL or whether you don't. And this is just a classic form of canonical duplication where the content or the page is being allowed to be accessed from more than one URL. And again, this can be compounded by other issues. So if you have the www or non-www, then it doubles up for every amount of different types of canonical duplication you have on your site. Again, it's not a very difficult problem to resolve. You can use a forced redirect to redirect the user from the non-preferred to the preferred version. So that's either with or without the trailing slash. That resolves the accessibility component of the issue, which is that people and robots alike can only access one version of the site. But you should also ensure that your canonical tags reflect this as well. So all canonical tags on the site should either include or not include the trailing slash to be consistent. But more than this, you also need to consider the internal linking of the website. So whether you're using XML, HTML sitemaps, menu and footer links, contextual links within the content themselves, they all need to include or not include the trailing slash as you've decided. What happens if you don't do this, and of course you're setting up a forced redirect, is that the authority that passes through this canonical link ultimately then gets redirected to the preferred page, where every time a chunk of authority or piece of authority flows through a link or a redirect, it loses a small amount of itself. So if you've got multiple redirects and your canonical tags don't actually have the correct canonical link in them, and maybe they include HTTP instead of HTTPS, and they include www where it shouldn't, and it includes a trailing slash where it shouldn't, then there's actually multiple potential redirects that the user has to go through to get to the correct landing page. And each one of these reduces the amount of authority that the final landing page in the sequence receives. So this is something that can be a major issue if it's done systematically across a site. Given how hard you work to acquire your backlinks and authority in general, it makes sense to distribute that authority as efficiently as possible throughout your site. Again, failure to do this isn't going to necessarily result in your site getting penalised or anything that dramatic. Specifically, trailing slash duplication is very unlikely to result in a major issue for your site. But these minor tweaks all add up, and once you consider all of the different components that form the canonicalisation issues that your site can have, it's very well worth thinking about fixing them and staying on top of whether they're handled correctly and in place properly. Well, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed watching this, maybe you'll like to watch some other videos in the canonicalisation series, or visit our website at raptor-dmt.com. Thanks for watching.